Hey everybody, it's Emily. I have not said that in a really long time. Whew. Anyway, so today is January 1st, 2015, and I started this channel last year on January 1st, 2014, so I thought that I'd post a video, kind of like last year's, doing like an update of everything that happened towards the end of the year, but I'm gonna start from like September on because I didn't really have much contact with YouTube after that point, except for like class project videos that I put up on here. So yeah, we're gonna start with my whole college experience and all that. And I would just like to say, this does not mean that I'm going back to the video journal thing that I was doing, because I sucked at that with a combination of the internet being so crappy up here, my laptop being crappy, and has since passed on. Poor Jamal. But, it's the name of my laptop, I named him Jamal. And, the fact that my schedule was so hectic, starting in mid-January with a show that I was in, and work, and school, and then I had to help out with the show, but I was also still working, and I got a boyfriend, and I had to graduate, and I was still working. It was nuts. So, and then over the summer I had 2 jobs. I don't know why I told you guys I'd be uploading more in the summer, because I had 2 jobs, and friends, and a lot to do before college. So, anyway. So let's just do an update. As of now, this day today, I am very happy with where I am. I have decided that my New Year's resolution this year is to give 0 craps what anybody thinks about me. And I know I used to say that I don't care what people think about me. I really don't care what anybody thinks of me. That was like my mantra for like the longest time. I still any teenage girl can tell you this. Any person can tell you this. There's still that little bit in the back of your mind that's like, I really hope they like me. I really hope that people accept me, that they think I'm cool. And at this point in my life, having gone through what I went through this fall, and just doing a lot of self-exploration and discovery, I really don't care what anybody says about me. No. People think that they're better than you. People think that they are smarter than you. And yes, I will admit, I'm not the world's smartest girl. But in the facets that pertain to my life, I think I'm pretty damn educated. So, I'm over it. I'm over all the drama. I'm over all the people that hate me. I'm over all the people that say negative things behind my back to my face when they think I can't hear it, but I can. It's petty, stupid, and childish. So, that's my little rant for that for now. You'll hear more of a rant when we get into the roommate and college discussion in a little bit. But, so, last night, keeping up with the trend, I was alone on New Year's Eve. I'm honestly fine with that this year. I understand why I was alone. He had plans, and we didn't really talk about it until yesterday, if we were gonna hang out or not, so, completely fine with that. No need to panic. I'm glad he had fun. I had fun with my parents. We watched a movie and had tacos and guac for dinner and cannolis for dessert. So that was fun. I really am enjoying being home. Some kids come home from college and they're like, oh my god, this is so weird. I had so much freedom back at college, and now I have to ask to go out. What the hell? It's I have a respect for my parents in that regard, so I'm fine with being home. On that note, being home, I am no longer enrolled in Columbia, the college that I was going to this fall, for many reasons. A few of them being that my classes were not what I expected. It's not that they weren't what I expected, it's that my theater and my choir class took my love for theater and music and performing and made me start to resent it. And I know that's really vague, but the way that my theater class worked, it broke down such a process that I love, that I think is organic and natural, and you just have to do it. It's something you get a character, you think about it, and you go. And that's always how I've done every bit of acting that I've ever been in. And I guess I should have expected this being at a school and I have to learn, I did learn while I was there. I learned some things like body shaping and voicing and whatever, but they broke it into such a teeny tiny mechanical process that it was no longer fun, it was work. And I don't want that. I don't want something that I have to go up and resent every day. I resented going to that class. In fact, half the class did. Nobody liked the class. Nobody liked the teacher. So it was awful. And then my choir class, he barely instructed it. It was mainly taught by students that were in the same class as me with the same amount of vocal skills that I have. So, screw you, that was terrible. My first year seminar class was a joke. It was, let's talk about how you feel about these things. Let's breathe it in and decide as a group what we should do, but we can't vote on it. It has to be a consensus kind of thing. Like, load of crap. Seriously. So there was that. I loved my writing and rhetoric class and my teacher. She was so chill. I did some of my best work in her class. I'm willing to say that I got A's on every paper. So I must have been doing something right. So there's that. And then the living situation was a nightmare. A freaking nightmare. I moved into the dorm, and I have shared a room with somebody before. I have shared a room with my sister back at home. I have gone to Girl Scout camp, sleepaway camp. I have shared a room overseas with people. I've shared a room in a hotel up in Canada with people. Like, I'm not unused to sharing rooms with people, and the fact that you need to have some common decency. And my roommate apparently did not know that. She did not know that you have to be a nice person or not a psychopath to have a roommate. Like, I mean, I will admit, I screwed up a little bit. I would come in late, but I would be as quiet as I could. If I came in at 2 o'clock in the morning after hanging out with my friends, I would literally just grab a pair of sweatpants from under the bed, walk over to the bathroom, quietly close the door, put my sweatpants on, put a tank top on, go into bed, and just lay down and go to sleep. But she was obnoxious. I don't know what it was. It was like she was so nice in the beginning. We seemed friendly. Things seemed fine. And then it was like one day something snapped. And she like was all the time just being a bitch. I'm sorry to swear on this channel because I try not to and I know my parents don't like me swearing, but she was a bitch. Like, plain and simple. She got into this phase where as soon as she knew I was leaving, she like didn't give a crap anymore that I was living there. Like, she would slam the doors in the morning on purpose. She admitted to this to people in our bathroom and on the phone, that she was doing this on purpose to wake me up. And she would leave the lights on even after she left the room. And she would talk on the phone really loudly in the morning just to piss me off, knowing I was asleep and didn't have class for another 3 hours. And I'm not talking at like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm talking at like 7:30 in the morning. And all of you know I am not a morning person. And then she would open the windows right before she left, so it was freezing. Because this is like starting in October, November-ish area. And then she would turn the air conditioning on blast then, and it was freezing. And like, she was just plain and obnoxious, and she would talk about me behind my back in our bathroom to our suite mates with the door open, and I could hear her, and she plainly knew that I could hear her. And then she would say stuff like, I really want to throw all of her stuff out one day and just lock the door and like not let her back in. And it like escalated to the point where there were threats made on my life. She was talking about how she hated to come home when I was there, and then she said, there are some nights I just want to slit this bitch's throat. What did I ever do to her? Like, but then again, she was one of those girls with her nose in the air, thinking that she was the hottest thing on the block. Like, girl, you looked like a Q-tip. You dyed your hair blonde and shaved it off. You look like a Q-tip. You're a total bitch. Like, you have no right trying to dog me, thinking that I am the worst person. You're so much better than me. Like, you didn't have any friends. You stayed in the room every night. I was out having fun. Like, I'm sorry that you were a loner and you thought that I was supposed to, like, live in the room with you all the time and, like, be your best friend. Like, no. I was having my college experience. Like, get over yourself. You're not that hot. So that was a whole nightmare, and it got to the point where after she threatened my life, my mom found out, and I got moved out of my room into another room with a really sweet girl who I really ended up really liking. She was really nice. She was totally fine with the fact that I moved in 3 weeks before I left. So that was nice. I'm really glad that I got out of that situation, because it was literally to the point where I hated going home. I slept in the lounge some nights. I stayed up until 3 o'clock in the morning to know that she was asleep before I went in there. I don't have a key in my hand, but I would sleep with my closet key between my fingers just in case she tried to smother me in my sleep. Like, it got to that point, and that is not okay with me. Like, no. So, besides, I left the school. I am currently not going to college this semester. I'm taking a break. I'm working, which is another story. But, so I'm taking a break and I'm working, and then I'm doing something different in the fall. I'm going to apply to a different school for a different major because I've decided that I want to be an English teacher, as those of you that have seen my self-titled project, I think it's called, on here know I'm going to be an English teacher for high school students. So, there's that. On the job front, I currently don't have a job, I guess. I mean, I think I do, but I'm not positive because I haven't been put on the schedule since I've been home, and I've been home for about 3 weeks. So, if I get put back on the schedule there, yay. If I don't, I'm searching for another job. So, there is that. In the romantic category, there is a guy in my life. He is very sweet. He is really funny, and I really like spending time with him, although I haven't really seen him much this break. Sad face. But, he's a really family-oriented guy, so he's always with his family. His sister's home from college, too. She's my age. He's older than me, but, he is really sweet. I really like him. I really love him, but, yeah. So I'm glad about that. Other than that, there's not much to report. I'm hoping, now that I have an iPod, that it'll be easier to record videos, because I won't have to lug my laptop around to record them, or lug my camera around and plug it into my laptop. So, yeah, if you guys want to see anything, let me know. Okay, bye!